everybody. Welcome back to Focus Investing, where we follow one course until successful. On today's episode, I'll be talking about Facebook, a company that has over 2 billion users worldwide. But before we get into the analysis here, let me just pull up their financial reporting to help you better understand why I think Facebook is such a great stock and a company that everybody must own, right? You see that their profit margin is 32%, which is, incredible. It's just unimaginable that they're making, 32% profit on every dollar that they invest. Their revenue is anywhere between 78 to 80 billion dollars. Their quarterly revenue growth is 21%. At their quarterly earnings growth, with the exception of 2020, they have been growing at almost 30%, which is crazy. And total cash, $55.6 billion. Their debt to equity ratio is 9.4, which is really attractive. Their operating cash flow is $33 billion. Been more of a cyclical shift towards value-oriented stocks. But I think Facebook is a great stock to own, especially right now at $245. This is just major buy, right? And if you look at the stock here, what you immediately notice is, the company has been performing very well, largely performing above their single-day moving average, and they bucked that trend in, early September, but they bounced back and have been pretty much flat for the past, 3-4 months. But more recently, the sell-off has continued, especially in light of recent events with, Trump being banned and other conservative public figures who have been restricted from using their platform to spread, what they say is fake news. Besides that, the company's fundamental trajectory or the core of their business has not really changed. We don't know what the new administration policy or plan to possibly break up Facebook that's going to impact the performance of the stock. But what you can see here from these technical charts is more recently the stock has pretty much been trending downward. So we're looking at a 4-hour 180-day moving chart, and as you can see, the RSI, right, has been trending downwards, and it's actually oversold at these price points, right? As you could see, if it breaks below this 30, it shows that it's highlighted in blue, so that means it's really oversold. But also, if you look at the MACD, the momentum to continue selling is pretty strong, as it is trending upwards when the stock itself is trending downwards. And then if you look at the ADX, which is the average directional moving index, that is also trending upward, which means that there's more pressure to sell, right? I'll just wait a little bit to see if it can hold at these current levels, and if the stock shows that, like this right here is the support, if it can hold at around 240, right, we could assume that that could be the support, and then we just have to wait for a confirmation to see if that's a position. That's when we would like to take a position, especially if it breaks above the exponential moving average, which is highlighted in this blue, right? So if it breaks above that, that gives us our first confirmation, and then if it breaks above the single day moving average, that is our second confirmation. And I think beyond that point, the stock itself is positioned for a major rally, possibly, maybe even breaking above the $307 that it hit back in September, right? So I'm really excited about this company as long as the underlying story does not change. And if you're looking to invest and find opportunities in a market that seems to just keep chugging along and especially just keeps moving higher, this is where I would be, right? Like Facebook is just a guarantor of return. Like there's just no other way around it. A company that is growing almost, revenue-wise, they're growing 18 to 19%, and then their, earnings is growing anywhere between 28 to 30%. That you can't find anywhere in the market. So this is a must-own stock. But again, like I always say, I am not a financial advisor, so make sure you consult with your financial advisor before you make any purchases. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and most importantly, you could leave a comment below to let me know which stock you would like me to break down.